Stan. Hey, Facebook. What's going on with you? Uh, Welcome to the late night happy hour with Carrie Irene. I am Carrie Irene, and this is DrSue.
Where?
And we are here for the late night happy hour because you want to say it. You want to say it. Go ahead. Comes up.
This is the late night, Friday night happy hour, y'all, with Carrie Irene and DrSue, where what comes up comes out, and we just go with the flow. We flowing. What's up, Carrie?
Yes, ain't nothing down. Everything's going all around, and I'm right in the center of all of it. You hear me?
Y'all, we have a lot of fun on here. We have fun with each other. We have fun with you. We do a little educating. We talk plenty shit. We just go with whatever comes up. So, Carrie, Irene, what's coming up for you?
So this week I have been up, I've been down, I've been spun all around. What's that? How that song go? That church song? Been up, been down, spin all around. Long as I got
That's the disco lady song. You know I can't say disco lady. Y'all.
But this week, what is coming up? Yeah. Is this consistent theme of I'm gonna say it the way it was given to me, and then I'm gonna go into, because I got it written down the way I gave it to DrSue, but the way it was given to me was, get over it, baby girl. And it was so heartfelt, it was so sweet, it was so tender, it was so caring, and it was so definite and so serious. Get over it. Now you bust through it, because you allow these responsibilities, this energy, this definition, this hat, this label to encompass you. And within all of those descriptions, you are able to do exactly what you needed to do in order to fulfill that role at that time. So looking back on it and judging it's not going to help. Trying to figure out how to not get back in it ain't going to help. Building walls to keep everybody out that even reminds me of it ain't going to help. But what will help is the fact that I was encapsulated in this energy, and the fact that I was able to bust out of it. And then the aftermath is all around me. I just got to get over it. I got to step over some debris. I got shit in my way. But it's not, only thing that's keeping me from getting where I want to go is me getting literally over this. Get over it. So what I gave to DrSue was, get out of your feelings and do what needs to be done. There are things, we got shit to do, y'all. Tonight, the gloves are off. Do you hear me? We have shit to do. The light workers gotta step up, and we cry. Listen, I cry just as much as the next person. I am not doubting anyone or faulting anyone for crying, because I will cry. I cried today twice, but I cry in the moment of the feeling, but I don't allow it to go past that. I cry when it's necessary, but not because it's habitual and that's the only thing I know to do. I'm so frustrated, I don't know anything else. No. Ask yourself, is there anything that I can do better than crying right now? Because if it's making a phone call, get your ass on the phone. If it's just go work out because you mad because your pants don't fit no more because you've been so depressed that you ain't been to the gym, go do some squats. You ain't gotta go to the gym to work out. Stop beating yourself up for not doing stuff that you know you need to do, and instead start doing the stuff that you need to do. Get over it. I mean, am I being too harsh?
Get off my toes. Get off my toes. Get out of your feelings, DrSue. Get over it. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. And I like what you said about the energy, Carrie Irene, because when we are in a space, regardless of what that space is, we are embodying the energy. If you had good news, however you define good, you're feeling up and you're feeling like I got it all going on. And if you had bad news, however you define bad is, and then your energy, you still got energy and it's down, and you may be lower it to the ground. But get over that shit, because again, truly, you can only do what you can do. And here's the thing that I want to focus on. Whatever you are going through is what you're supposed to be going through right now. Now, you may not like what I'm saying. I get it. I didn't like it either. But you're going through whatever it is you're going through. And here's the thing. It will make you stronger. Dr. Sue, you're so full of shit. But yeah, here's the thing. Next time around, and there will be a next time. There's going to always be a next time. That's what we have to get accustomed to. Life rolls the way it rolls. It's never going to be smooth sailing. If somebody told you that, they lied to you. If you figured it out for yourself and you decided that you're going to get to that point where it's happy ever after, it ain't happening. It's not happening. You savor the flavor of the moment when you are in the happy place, but you know that there's going to come a morrow when you're not in the happy place. But here's the thing, just as deeply as you felt and experienced the pain, the joy, now you go into the pain. Pain carries a message. Pain tells you that there is something here for you to look at and examine. We got to stop giving pain a bad name. Pain is a wake-up call that there's something in your energy field, in your energy body, that's not right. Maybe there's something that you need to deal with mentally. Maybe your heart is broken. Maybe whatever. It really doesn't matter. The pain that you experience it really is saying to you, hey, hold up. There's something that you need to look at here. And then you go into reflection. What is this? Where did it come from? One of the things you might want to ask yourself, if you're feeling some kind of way, is this my shit? Is it mine? Because we pick up on other people's energy. We exist in overlapping energy fields. If Carrie's feeling happy, I come in, I may be feeling sad, and it can go either way. It depends on whose energy is stronger at the moment. If Carrie is feeling, if her happy is strong enough, she's going to pull me in by virtue of what she says. She'll get me laughing. We'll go into crazy conversation. Or if I'm feeling stronger in my stuff and she's not feeling as strong in Carrie, then I'm going to pull her into my stuff. How many of you have ever been in a situation, your friend, you're feeling good and you're talking to your friend, your bestie, and she's down? Lord have mercy, she's down. Before you know it, you're commiserating with her. And what did I say? Commiserating. There's misery in that word. You are going down into the misery with her. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Get over it, because it happened for whatever reason it happened for. And here's the thing. Do not beat yourself up over the fact that it happened. I like to think that in the moment, see, we're in the flow. Life is always happening in the flow. Wherever you are, wherever you're at in the flow, that's all of you. You can't go back to yesterday and get more strength and more knowledge and more wisdom. You can't go back, and you can't go into the future and bring it into right now. All you got is right now. And so when you're in that moment, you do the best that you can. Well, you may say, well, I know I could do better than that. Well, yeah, maybe you could, but that was all you had at that moment. Your Coca-Cola bottle was half full, and you gave all the half full that you had. Tomorrow, it may be 2/3. The next day, it may be totally full. But in this moment, that's all you got. So stop beating yourself up trying to have a full bottle when all you have in the moment is a half a bottle. But the other thing is this. Don't be visiting your misery on nobody else. Clean up your stuff. And as I talk to you, I'm talking to me. Clean up your stuff. Carrie?
That is it right there. And part of getting over it. And okay, I will also say this, like, there is a lot of cleaning up to do with our energetic aura and our memory and our, like, we talk about neuroplasticity, all those things. And I always refer to it as ditches. We dig ditches every day. And that is where the water will flow. Anytime that it rains, that's where the water will flow. It's where we dig ditches, where we tread the most. Those are the places that the water runs. And it doesn't serve us to go back to fill up old ditches, because every time we tread there, there's still a path from where we are to that place to even dig, to even fill in the ditch. So now you're just doing a trail here for no reason, and you're attaching where you are to where you were for no reason. And then things start coming up in your life because you went back and forth and you did all the time to fill in this entire ditch, not realizing you still created a path that leads nowhere. That ditch will fill itself up in time. It just will. Anything occupied will be occupied. It's not your responsibility to create another pathway from where you were to where you are now. So if you want to create more ditches and more flow, it's constantly ask yourself and be in tune with, where is it that I'm wanting to go? What is it that I'm wanting to feel? What is it that I want to see replicate, duplicated in my life, and do things that are similar or as close as possible to it? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not that you shouldn't cry, but when you do, make it purposeful. Okay, so I need to cry. I'm emotional and I really need to let this out. But what we tend to do is be more abundant in shrinking ourselves, even in our crying, because we don't have good cry. We cry and then we're like, oh my God, I gotta stop crying. And then we cry and then, oh my God, I stop time. And then we cry, or we don't want to cry as much. We don't want to be too loud. Can't nobody be around when we cry. We have to wait 2 days. I can't cry to Tuesday because I ain't got no free time to Tuesday. Bitch. Sorry, I didn't mean that person to nobody, but in the moment when it's time to cry, that's when you cry. And we get further and further from our intuition because we try to prep ourselves to be ourselves. We're supposed to have life and have it more abundantly, but we have more abundantly where we spend the majority of our time. And it's not in the cry that is diminishing you, because the cry is healing. The cry is cleansing. What's happening is, why are you crying? You're crying out of frustration because you can't even cry the way you want to cry. It's not the crying. It's the fact that you're crying because you're frustrated, not because you're cleansing and you're healing. That motherfucker simply, oh, I can't believe it. No, it's just like, I'm letting this go. I am healing. I am coming out of this. That's the kind of cry you want to have, and let out a scream and like, hell yeah, I'm done with this shit. Them the kind of cries you want to have. But we have cries like, I can't believe this is happening again. Everything I've done is shit always happen to me. And that's the energy we continuously build. So that's what we continuously see. Because even in our healing, even in our crying, even in the cleansing, we are drenching ourselves with all of the negative shit that we're trying to release. Instead of calling in what we want, I'm done with this shit. I'm moving on out of this shit. I know what I want. I know what I'm worth. I'm going towards my goal. And ain't nobody gonna stand in my way. Not him, not her, not them, not nothing. Because me and God are one. And as soon as everybody realized that, there can't nothing stop me because you didn't create me, and they all of us going back to the same thing. And the way I get there is up to me. Baby, listen. It's a new day. And we got some shit we got to get over because we got shit to do. Right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, you said so much. My little notes, I'm writing.
Mercy.
As we talk about going back and forth, I'm writing this book, and it's called, one is Spiritual Rebirth, going back to your divine self. Releasing all of the stuff that you have accumulated intentionally or unintentionally that other people have given you, that you have internalized, you've embodied it, and so you think it's you, but it's not. And spiritual rebirth is about really reflecting very introspectively on, who am I being? How am I being? Why am I being? And I thought I needed this, but do I really need it? And if I don't need it, it's not supporting me in any way, let that shit go. As you were talking and I was thinking about that book, I think that it is important for us to get clear on what is our North Star? What are we using to guide us? Now, for me, this is when the divine comes in. This is when you really, really focus on your oneness with God, knowing that if you trust, you don't have to know how you're going to get there. Hell, you don't even have to know where you're going. You just have to know that you're in the energy, and you are, when you put your trust in source, that you're being pulled into uh, the right direction. May go a little to the left, a little to the right, up, down, but you're still moving in the right direction. So one point is to get clear on your North Star. If your North Star is your significant other, whether it's your husband, your wife, if it is your pastor, if it's your school, if it's the material things, I am going to suggest to you, and a suggestion is always something that you can choose to accept or not. But if any of those things is your North Star, you're looking at the wrong thing. You're being pulled in the wrong direction. And if you want to know, why am I not happy? Look at what your North Star is. Another thing I made a note about is crying. We have been told from children, um, boys don't cry, and for girls, hush that noise, hush that noise. It's like, you're not supposed to express yourself, but everything is energy. Everything is energy. The tears are energy, the thoughts are energy, the behavior of the person that is, I won't say they're causing you to cry, you are responding to their actions, and so you're crying. All of that's energy. When we talk about blocks and why it is that people have some measure, all of us have been traumatized. So why do we have some measure of PTSD? Why are we experiencing the trauma? Why do we feel that we are victims? Why do we feel that we can't get ahead? We can't do what we want, whatever it is we want to do. That energy is stuck. And it may be stuck at the point of you being a 1-year-old where somebody abused you. Maybe it's stuck at the point of you being a 2-year-old or a 5-year-old. It's like aspects of our personality just kind of, it stops growing. We get stuck. This is the inner child work. We get stuck at those levels. Well, one of the ways that we get stuck is when adults tell us, don't cry. Y'all, F that, cry. Because everything is energy. When you cry, you're moving that negative energy out of your body. And I can assure you, if you don't cry, you can feel it in your heart. You can feel it in different places in your body. When you get upset, when you get sad, where is the energy? Scan your body and see where is the energy. Like when my son died, the energy was right here in my heart, right here. And I knew it, and I just started to beat. I didn't do the tap. Okay, I understand about EFT, but I'm beating because I know I need to move that energy. Did I cry? Oh yeah, I screamed. I cried, I yelled, I wailed, because it wasn't so much that I am oh so sad, but the shock of it sent a shock to my system. I had to move it. When somebody may say, oh, she died of a broken heart. Yeah, that's where the energy was stuck. That's where you didn't process what you needed to process. When a person says to you, don't cry, give them the finger. Straight up. Give them the finger. Because I know y'all don't cuss. But Dr. Sue, y'all heard me. I'm just saying. So then the other thing is that you talked about, we don't process our emotions because we will say, oh, I don't have time. As soon as I have time, I'll do that. I was a master at that. I was a master at putting things off until I had time to process. And I thought that was the right way to do it. Now, granted, here's the thing, everything comes with some kind of limitations on it. So if you are in a crowded room and you're giving a presentation, y'all, that ain't the time to cry. That's just not the time to cry. So you need to put on your big girl pants, suck up your big boy pants, whatever. You need to just put it over. But as soon as you can get where you can cry, scream, yell, kick up, stand, jump up and down, move the energy. It has to go somewhere. It has to go somewhere. I can't think of the man who wrote the book, The Body Keeps Score. The Body Keeps Score. That is an amazing book, and it talks about how energy gets stuck in your body. People who, quote unquote, die of a broken heart, many times you'll find that they have heart disease. People who have cancer in their stomach, the stomach is the emotional brain. It's you didn't process it, the energy set there. People who have, all the everything is energy, and depending on what it is you're dealing with, it corresponds to a specific chakra and a specific part of your body. And Carrie can talk more about that because that's her area of expertise. But I'm just saying the energy has to flow. It's like an electrical current. It flows through your body. It flows out your fingers. It flows out your legs, your abdomen. And when it doesn't flow, it's stuck. And when it gets stuck, that's when you get sick. Whatever it is that you're dealing with will show up in your body long before you are aware of it. So remember, stay focused on the North Star. That is your connection to source, however you view source. Crying is healthy, and it releases, the research indicates that it releases certain chemicals in your body that are cleansing chemicals. So you need that. And then when you have time, yeah, no, no. I'm done. Go ahead, Carrie.
I'm gonna shoot. I ain't gonna lie. If I'm on stage and I need to cry, baby, they just gonna get these tears today because I don't think, because I don't think I would get on stage if I thought it was built up in there. But sometimes you just don't know, and then if that's the only opportunity for me to do it, I'm about to do it. And only because another reason being is, I don't know. I don't know if I'm maturing in my years quicker than most, but I just really don't care what other people think about me, honestly, in any situation, because I'm not doing anything out of the way. I'm not crying because I'm trying to inconvenience you. This come up for me, and if I don't get it out now, I might not get it out like this. And then it may transfer to something else, and I'm wasting my time. So I want to go on and get it out. Hey, I'm going to meet you. You're going to meet.
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
What I wanted to say is, and perhaps I didn't explain it well, if you have been, and this is just my opinion, if you have been paid to be a speaker, you can cry because that is, and it's a natural emotion depending on what you're talking about. But if you break down to the point that you can't go on, that's the stage is not the place to do it. Straight up, it ain't the place to do
No,
it.
I know you explained yourself right. I'm just saying it.
It ain't the place, y'all. Yeah, they
For
have
most
levels,
people,
right? They
look,
have the
look,
levels problem.
and I agree though. I completely 100% agree with you. That is not the place I would steal.
No, y'all.
I give you your money back. I give you your money back. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna come and snatch her off that stage and give her an opportunity.
And you would. And look, that would be the video for us that went viral. We'll go viral off of that. You hear me? Because DrSue sure would snatch me right on off of it.
You broke down, girl. Let me have a seat. I'll do this, and when you're ready, you come on back up here. But right now, no. The show must go on. And you got that. It's like when you have that broke down, nasty, snotty nose, boo. That's a whale, y'all. If people pay you to be there to present, you can't be wailing like that.
Look, that's why we work. That's why we work good together. She'll get on the stage and make like it was part of the act. And as y'all can see, that was a good demonstration of what not to do.
Yeah.
You play it out real smooth.
The show must go on.
Oh man, yeah, indeed. So, well, shoot, I don't know. What are we gonna talk about, DrSue? I know you got house guests. What you got going on tonight?
My best friend is here. She's over here listening to me or ignoring me.
Hey, best friend.
Are you ignoring?
Hey, best friend.
Hey, best friend. Hey, best friend. Oh, hey, Carrie. She listen. That ain't even that energy. I'm just that's the hey. That energy that we have is more like this.
Oh, I know she holding off. Look, you remember
Yeah.
what you said about the stage? She on the stage right now. She said, I can't give you that energy right now.
Her representative is showing up.
Oh man, that's funny.
That is not my
Okay.
best. I ain't never seen that girl right there.
Who
I
are
know.
you? Who are you? Oh man, yeah, I put that book on here, but I've never heard I've heard of the book, but I've never heard of his name. I don't think I ever knew his name.
Bessel van der Kolk. The body keeps
Yeah,
score. The
yeah, I
body
never heard
always
of
is.
him. Yeah,
You will
but that
always
is true.
feel it. You'll always feel it in the body. And because you and I both work with energy, we know that you'll feel it in the energy field. If you have a health issue, regardless of what it is, it will show up in your energy field first.
Yeah, yeah.
First. And by the time you start to feel it or be aware of it, and or you go to the doctor for it, you've had it for a little while.
Oh yeah,
Had it for a little
for
while.
sure. Yeah, because if it's in manifestation stage, it's been working up to that. Because like any vibration, it takes a way for it to work its way.
Mhm.
So tide comes in, tide goes out, but it always brings something back with it that is ready to be purged. And that purging is something that has had the momentum enough to come back. So
Mhm.
think about that. Think about it in that way. It takes a minute for stuff to come back. So
And I think
if
it's
you're
so
seeing it,
important.
it's definitely been with you.
I think it's so important for people to learn how, if they don't already know, if you don't already know, I think it's important for you, listening audience, to learn how to scan your body. You scan it. The energy has substance, it has force, it has color, it has weight. If you sometimes you may feel something heavy in your gut, or you may feel like your heart hurts or your head hurts. The headache isn't just a headache. The headache is your energy is trying to tell you something. Your emotions are trying to communicate with you. So look beyond the pain of the head hurting and ask yourself, well, what is it that is beneath that? What am I thinking about? Maybe I'm not consciously thinking about it, but let me just sit with this for a while and see what comes up. No, we take Advil, ibuprofen, whatever, because we want the
Yeah.
hurt to go away. That's like masking. It's masking the pain, but it's not doing a thing to deal with the origin
Mhm.
of that particular pain. There's something that is metaphysical slash biological slash neurological that's going on underneath, or there's something that you're telling yourself, which gets us again into the metaphysics of it all. There's something that you are telling yourself, your subconscious mind is playing with, and that's why there's the headache. Is sometimes it is atmospheric pressure. And if that's the case, you want to know that. But many times it is the thought beneath the thought beneath the thought at the subconscious level that is expressing itself, and you don't know why. You just feel some kind of way. So the first thing I'm going to encourage you to do, just sit still, focus on your breathing. That will help you to get grounded, and then do a body scan. Many times, like energy healers will work from your feet up. So they'll have you scanning from your feet up your legs, your thighs. I don't do it that way. I don't. I scan from the top,
I don't.
scan from the top down. I scan for I pull divine white light, the divine energy down, and I scan from the top down because I want to clear your crown chakra. I want to clear your third eye. I want to clear your throat chakra and your heart chakra. And I want to push all of the negative energy out your body. And it's either going out at each level of the chakra, and or it is going down through your body, through your feet, into the earth. So that's why I work from the top down as opposed to working from the bottom up. But learn how to scan and just sit with yourself. Close your eyes. I can do it with my eyes open. I can do it in any situation. But if you don't know how to do it, just begin to get comfortable with yourself. Here's the thing. If you don't know what your body is supposed to feel like, if you don't know what your energy field is supposed to feel like, then you can't determine when you're not in alignment. We walk around and we're happy and happy one minute, sad the next minute. And we don't know, well, why am I all over the place? Hey, y'all, I learned a new phrase that I'm just dropping on everybody because I like words. We call that the liminal space. Liminal
Liminal.
space. Liminal. It's that space where you're coming from where you were and going to where you think you want to be, and you don't know what the fuck is going on because it's all coming at you, right? It's like a turbulent space. One moment you got it straight, the next moment you're trying to figure it out. One moment you're crying, the next moment you're happy. It's that space. But the only way you can get there is to go through here. That makes sense, y'all? Y'all got that? I'm just saying. Carrie?
That makes plenty of sense to me. It's that pivoting process. We always talk about like the train, it has to stop momentum before you can change directions. And usually on your way to better things is when the baggages fall out of the top, or when your purse slides down the aisle of the bus, or when you got to lean against something to keep your balance because things get rocky. It's in the switching of the momentum is where it gets rocky. So when you start to change direction and things are swirling around, like Dr. Sue say, know that that's a good thing. You're changing directions. So just hold what you got and make sure that you're focused on where you're going. Because a lot of times we get stuck here. If you're going here and you're going around the corner, just hang on, because you got to change directions to know where you're going. But a lot of times we're trying to get our balance instead of just holding on. So we're making it a little rocky, and we get stuck between going and coming and going and coming. That's where the phrase comes from. I don't know if I'm coming or going, because you were going somewhere until you start focusing on where you came from. Now you're going, and then you're coming, and then you're going, and then you're coming. Because you're what do they say? You can't be double-minded, right? We hate two-faced people. This all comes from us. We can't call somebody something that we're not, right? We can't identify with something that we haven't felt. We can't know something about something that we don't know anything about. We know this because we tend to do this to ourselves. We don't trust our intellect. I mean, we don't trust it. No one's ever going to buy my stuff. Oh, well, I didn't do it like them. We're constantly talking ourselves in or out of something. A lot of us talking ourselves into stuff that we ain't no good damn well we're not ready for, because we haven't gone through all the steps in order to change directions. We're trying to reach over there, and we're still doing like this. Pick something. Pick something. You know the term, made your bed and now lay in it? No, it's the only way to know. But if you ain't, get out the bed. Why are you oh my God, I want to sit here and cry because I made this bed that I don't want to lay in. So I'm going to sit here and cry about it and look at it and say, damn that bed. If you don't move and get out that room and go find some other bed or some other comforter or another house, another location, another city, another state, another country, we can do anything. We can do anything. Choose where you spend your time. Choose where you put your focus. We're supposed to have life and have life more abundantly. But I got news for you. It's going to be abundant regardless of what you do. Because you either get more of what you had, or you're going to get more of what you want. And it's up to you to decide which one you want. And that is determined by where you keep your focus. I understand bad things happen. Like we said, kick, scream, and yell. But when it's done, get off your ass and do what the next best step is for you to get closer to how you want to feel, what you want to see, who you want to be with, who you want to love, who you want to inspire. That's a big one. Don't you want to inspire people? Don't you want people to wake up in the morning and say, "Ooh, I want to see what Carrie posted on her YouTube today because I know it's going to help me get through my day"? Don't you want that? You got to keep moving, though. Even if it's a sad day, get on here and let me know you sad, because I might be sad. And the fact that you need to stop moving might keep me moving. Yes, sir, Angelique. Exactly. Michelle did have a very important question. She wanted to know if she needed to get a copy machine.
If she need to do what?
Get a copy machine to scan herself. She said she's just kidding, but I was like, I gotta tell the joke though.
Tell her I said, oh my God. I'll send her one. I want you to accommodate the listening audience. So if you think You think you need a copy machine? Drop your address in the comment box, and I'll send you one. I'm just saying, because I want to support my people.
Girl, you went to the coffee machine. What you want? What Canon? You want Hewitt? What you got?
Tell me what. Hey, no, y'all don't want to deal with HP. HP is their products are not good. I'm just saying. But if that's what you want, I'll make it happen. I can make it happen.
That is
Lord.
amazing. Y'all, we come on here every week because we love ourselves so much that we can't help but love y'all. And we're in the season of giving so much to ourselves, we can't help but give to y'all.
Yeah.
You know, like when they say, if you figure out what you love to do, you never have to work a day in your life. I decided to do that everywhere I go. To show up, to love people, to be happy on purpose. I was reflecting on my last position, and I said, first story, everybody know where it is, but I ain't gonna call them out like that. And it was such a toxic environment. It was horrible. I can't even sugarcoat how horrible I felt working there every day. The job I love, the people absolutely adored, every single one of them. But there was this one person who I just couldn't get out of my own way to work with. And I fell deep in judgment. I judged him every single day. And I had to forgive myself for getting stuck in this. Because I didn't take that job to like him. I didn't take that job for him. I didn't take that job for a spouse. I took that job for me. And I allowed the fact that I had exploded out of what the norm was, what people said to do, or what even I thought to do. You know, sometimes you got to tell yourself to shut up because, like, you done been down this damn road one damn time, and I'm not going down that road no more. You know that don't work. Sometimes we got to talk to our own selves like that. And I knew why I took that job. And I allowed the debris from where I exploded from to stand in my way from get over it. Like, Carrie, get over yourself. This ain't got nothing to do with your pride no more. You need a check. You need benefits because you have a community to provide for. You got plane tickets to buy. You got goodie bags to pack. You got food to prepare. You got experiences to create. You got events to have, baby. And you got to have money to do it. And you're allowing someone else's journey to take your eyes off of yours. And I had realized that I was connecting him to everybody else that got stuff that I thought I should get. And after I put in the work, it got snatched from me for one reason or another. But I put all that on him because he was in a position to take care of so many things, spend his money on whatever he wanted. And here I was giving everything away because I love people so much. And it fucking pissed me off. Because I wanted to take his money and give it to y'all. Like what sense did that make for me, first of all? You know what I mean? I gotta call my own self out. Because he doing something. And then I read a post the other day online, and this is what made me decide I should go back to work on Monday. I didn't tell you that, so I'll talk about it when I get off here. I go back to work on Monday. But I read a post about this guy. And he said that he worked at a place and there was this lady who worked there that was really good at her job. And he went to her and said, no, let me back up. She went to him and said, can I get a raise? Because you know I'm the best worker in here. And he said, you are absolutely right. Let me promote you. She said, no. I just want a raise. I don't want to be responsible for these people. I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. And he was like, well, then I mean, you just get the regular raise that you get every year. You know, 3%. You're going to get a raise, but like I'm trying to promote you. And she was like, no, that ain't what I want. So he said he left the job, and years later he ran into her. And she was like, I'm still there. And he was like, oh my God, congratulations. That is amazing. Like, what are you doing now? And she's like, same thing. And he said, and I thought about that thing. He's like, a lot of times people don't take promotions per se because they don't want to be bothered by people. People think don't take promotion because they don't think that the position that they will acquire will fill them up. When truly what they are buying is their freedom. if you're gonna be there anyway, you're gonna be there anyway. Why not put yourself in a position to be able to make decisions so that everybody in the positions that you come from see what it's like to be more, see what it's like to have options, see what it's like to succeed, and sit there and then work yourself out of it. And I was like, I need to apply that to everywhere I go. So in this new position that I'm taking, and I'm like, I want to see how much I can possibly make in 4 years. Honestly, that's my goal. Bonuses, because if the store win, I win. Bonuses, raises, promotions. Maybe I'll take over that place if they let me do it in 4 years. Because I'm on a plan. And it's not about where I am. It's about how I show up, because I am grooming myself to be the CEO of my company. It's expanding. I got to know how to rise. I got to know how to work this ladder. I got to know how to make sure that my voice is heard and that my impact is felt and that it's the way I want it to be. I can do that anywhere. So I'm going to start doing it everywhere. Everywhere. And nothing will stay the same. If I bring my best foot forward every single time, everywhere, I won't stay anywhere, because I will constantly elevate. I will constantly rise. And eventually I'll have to start turning stuff down. You hear what I'm saying? Like, whoa, because all the opportunities and all the things are coming to the person that is preparing for anything and everything, everywhere they go, every single second of every day, to be better, to be better, to be better. And that goes for crying. I'm like, let it be the best damn cry I ever had. I'm a cry, baby. I'm going to cry. But if I'm going to excel, I'm going to excel. If I'm going to make a decision, I'm going to stick with it. If I'm going to change my mind, damn it, I'm going to change my mind right now. I'm not going to wait till I figure out how to tell you about it. I ain't going to try to coach you into it, and I ain't trying to coach you through it. It's my decision. You got a problem with it, get a coach, get a counselor, talk to your pastor. I ain't the one. And go about your life like that, because you're doing it in love, because you love yourself so much that even the idiots and the morons and all the people in the way, you just love them too, because you can't help it. Because it ain't worth your time or your focus to even take your eye off. Don't do that. Keep your eye here, because if whoever is in your blind spot is supposed to be in your focus, the position will shift. You don't have to. I promise you that. You ain't never got to say goodbye. You never have to say hello. Everything will show up and fade as it's supposed to if you stay aligned with what you know you want to go.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I totally agree with that. Stay in your lane, run your race. When I was studying for the comprehensive exams to get my PhD, that was a scary process. And at that point, as a criminology major, most people probably don't think about this, but the reality is that criminology is what I consider a bastard science. It has nothing of its own, and it impacts every other area: biology, neuropsychology, economics. You find criminology in all of that, right? And so we were expected to just have knowledge of all the broad areas. Like, that's a lot of shit to have knowledge of. And I had to come up with a plan. Now, I'm not good with numbers, and I don't like numbers, and I don't like statistics, even though I took 4 statistics classes. But I knew that we were going to have statistics as a major area on that exam. And I also knew that I had to come up with a system in terms of how I was going to, hey, Monique, how I was going to attack the process of taking the exam. And I just decided, I don't care what they ask me. I'm going to tell them what I know. They asked me if 2 + 2 is 5. I'm going to say 2 + 2 is 5 because, and then I'm going to go back into, I'm going to tell you what I know, whether it has anything to do with 5 or not. And then I'm going to conclude with 2 + 2 is 5. And I told myself, this was my mantra: work your plan. Don't let your plan work you. Work your plan. In order to, the relevance here is that many of us lose sight of our North Star. Many of us don't have a plan. It's not our plan, it's somebody else's plan that we're trying to walk into. What may work for Carrie, what may work for Monique, what may work for any of the other listeners, what may work for me may not work for you. You have to take everything into consideration for yourself, and come up with a plan. You don't have to know all of the details to find print. You don't have to know that, but you have to know enough about it to position yourself so that you can move in the direction that you want to move in. When you can do that, then source is going to help you to move closer and closer. There may be times I think of progress like a slinky. You go round and round, but and you're coming back to the same spot, but every time you're coming back around higher, around higher. So when we are coming back to the same spot, many of us will look at, oh my God, I'm back in that same old place. No, now you're wiser. You know what works and what doesn't work. If you have a growth mindset, you can see how you can use what it was that you were exposed to. What you considered failure, I don't consider failure. What you considered failure is just an experience that you had. Now you can take what you learned from the experience and use it to step up to the next level. So the key with all of this is to not get sucked into somebody else's plans. And going back to where I started, so often we don't know who we are and we don't know what our plans are. As children, we come in having divine knowledge, but who imprints us? Our parent. First it's the hospital people, because they pick us up, they imprint us. Then it's the mama, then it's the daddy, then it's the grandparents and the siblings. And so everybody is putting their energy on us, and then they begin to teach us what they know. Well, listen, y'all, if I'm broken and I am teaching you, I'm coming from a place of brokenness, because I can only give you what I got, right? And so the children then take on, we're taught, it's socialization. We're taught to be civilized, which basically means that somebody is oppressing you, that's giving you a set of rules that you have to live by. And we reach a point where we think, well, that's who I am. I just do that. That's the way it is. I've always been that way. Well, no, you really haven't always been that way. You grew to be that way. Your brain then adapted so that now you think that's the way you are. And when I talk soul reset or spiritual rebirth, I'm talking about have courage. My word for this year, well, as I move through it, is to have courage, to lean into the things that scare me. So have the courage to lean into yourself and question everything that you think you know. Question what you think you know about you, because so often we if we just take things at surface level, oh, well, I've always been this way. No, baby, there was a time that you probably weren't. You just don't remember it. So go back. We're trying to get back to the divine knowing, the divine body, the divine self. And then you can know what your North Star is. And then you can move toward it. But don't let anybody discourage you, and don't discourage yourself. The sky is the limit. It truly is. It truly is.
That's it. That's it. That's all, folks. I want y'all to get out there. Look, now get out there and be somebody now. No, for real. Like, do what you need to do to get what you need to get. And make sure that it is grounded and centered on you filling yourself up. You loving you, not the consequences or the responsibility, anything outside of you. Making sure that you are whole, complete, healed, healing, constantly evolving. And every decision, every single decision, when you wake up, if you want to lay there, say, is this the best decision? If you're tired, it may be. If you really need that sills, it may be. But a lot of times, y'all know it ain't. Get up. Get up. Yeah, I said it. Get up in the morning. Now, don't you set the alarm last night firm on your decision, and then it go up, and you know you got extra 30 minutes, so you go on and hit snooze. Get up. Even if you don't really do nothing to get started, but get up. If that's a habit you want to create, at least give it a try. If it does not work for you, then whatever. Who cares? I don't care. But what I want you to see is work your plan. Like Dr. Sue said, don't let it work you. Don't get so discouraged by something new. You're just shifting, turning. You know, anytime you turn, something in the car is going to shift a little bit. It can be a little scary. It can be uncomfortable. But you have to shift. Just allow the shift to happen and see where you go. Just don't get too far into that turn before you make another decision if it's not working for you. I'm not saying don't just keep on going and see it all the way down the road, but take the turn, see what it's like, and know that you have the ability to steer at any time. Anytime. Oh, there's a song. It's called Steer. It's a really good song. But those are my last words. We love y'all so much. Dr. Sue, what you want to leave with? You got anything coming up?
Um, well, River Jones is hosting and I'm a co-host of a Love Mastery Retreat coming up May 30th, 31st, and June 1st in Atlanta. Encourage you all. It's being promoted on Facebook as well as on Eventbrite. And so her name is River Jones, River Flow. She and I and another woman, Shawana, will be co-hosting it. It's going to be great, y'all. It's all about learning how to love yourself, love others, just bring it on. So that's the big thing. And again, I mentioned earlier that I am in the process of writing. I thought it was going to be one book, y'all. God has given me four books that are coming out right about the same time. The first one is Spiritual Rebirth. The second one is Mind Mastery, from mastering your mind to mastering your life. Now, that's the one I thought I was writing. So I did, but then it's like, well, yeah, you got to first write this one. The next one, the third book in the series is Soul Reset. A lot of times people talk about soul set, like getting your soul in alignment. The word that God gave me is reset, because what we're doing is taking off the coats of all of that stuff that's not yours and taking you back to divine grace, taking you back to the point of being that God intended for you to be. And then you move forward into the fourth book, which is Divine Mind. This is where we explore your gifts. Everyone is gifted in some way. Sometimes you have gifts like clairaudience, sentience, and sometimes your gift is, Lord, I showed up today, and because of my presence, someone's felt better. Somebody smiled. Somebody smiled. Somebody felt the love. You see, we look for all these big things to be the gift. The gift is present, y'all. Being present for yourself. Can't be present for anybody else if you're not present for yourself. So that's the 4-book series. Look for it. It'll be coming out. I'll start talking about it, really seriously talking about it within the next week. But I'll be phasing them in terms of the launch over the next month to 2 months. So I'm excited about that. And I do have a podcast. I keep telling you it's coming. It's coming. It's called Navigating Spirituality, and it will be in the same vein as the books that I'm writing. So that's all. Last words. Go be great, because we all are. God bless you.
Yeah. And I'll have on Sunday. I will be live on Sunday. I'll be by myself Sunday. I was gonna invite guests, but I don't really want to. That's just some stuff I think I just want to say on Sunday. But I'll be making an announcement Sunday about the event in Myrtle Beach in August. I'll start promoting that on this Sunday. So that's some of the stuff I'll be talking about. We love y'all so much. I hope you. I wanted to make y'all laugh before I left. And I know Dr. Sue ain't been on Facebook, so I'm gonna read it to her so she can laugh too. So you know how like the people who be texting your phone and scamming you all the time, and they be like, "Hey, Susie," and they know good damn well you ain't Susie, right? So someone messages me today and it says, "My friend, are you still alive?" I said, "No." So then they said, "Hello, my name is Eileen. Is this Lisa's number?" I said, "I just said I wasn't alive. I can't even rest in peace." And then they said, "Are you Lisa?" They said, "Are you Lisa?" I said, "No, I'm dead."
Girl. Oh, Lord.
All right,
And the conversation continued.
Oh, let's stop after that one. No, let's stop after that one. All the things we have to do. Hey, Dion. Hey, Dion.
Love
All right.
you.
Oh, Angelique said congratulations. Monique said congratulations on your book, Dr. Sue.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. We love y'all. Come back not next week, but the week after, 9
Yeah.
p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Pacific. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye. Oh. You know, as I was thinking about what we are doing, it really is an opportunity for people to connect with their beingness. We are not conscious of the compartmentalization. We just say, this is who I am, right? Who you are is different depending on the environment that you find yourself in or the people that you find yourself connected with. So I hold myself out as an example. You know, at 71 years old, it's been a long journey. It's been a long journey to self-acceptance. And I think it may be that way for many of us, that we look at the pieces of ourselves and decide, I can show that. No, I can't show that. Is there a danger? How deep is the danger if I show you all of me? Oh, I can show these people this part of me, and these people this part of me, and these people this part of me. And then the question is, how long before you get tired of just compartmentalizing your beingness?